Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to Cannabis Talk Time. We are at episode 2 here, so
Ooh.
we've managed to make it past the pilot.
Hey, we survived the pilot. The producers didn't cancel us.
Awesome. If we go for another 7 rounds, we'll be doing better than the average Fox show. Oh, low blow. But that's okay, it's late at night. We're allowed to make low blows then. Alright, so we got a little bit of positive feedback from last week's episode. Please feel free to keep the questions coming in. Although the questions will be screened for anonymity, mostly it's just to protect you guys. Feel free to leave them on the YouTube channel, or you can come visit us over at PersephoneMagazine.com and drop us a line there. We are at Birdalliance at PersephoneMagazine.com for the email. Again, just drop us a line anytime, any question, whether related to, this stuff or others. Again, small little disclaimer. Any mention of a herb known as cannabis sativa, also known as marijuana, is strictly spoken about in hypothetical sense until said time as such drug is classified as legal where in the state that everyone resides in, and so on and so forth. Yada yada. So, first question comes in tonight, and they would like to know what the difference is between a casual smoker and a stoner. Your thoughts, my love?
Usually involves frequency and adjustment of lifestyle. A stoner, I look at as a person who would embrace the lifestyle and wear maybe one or more items of clothing maybe consisted of hemp or
Beanbags,
beanbags.
hacky sacks.
Yeah, accoutrements that tend to accumulate around head shops appear on that person and in their life constantly, then they could be considered a stoner. Casual smoker, on the other hand, is someone who, in and out, okay, I'm going to use this to unwind for this week or this month, and is not necessarily crafting their life around the marijuana plant and its care, cultivation, and use.
Excellent. I pretty much have to agree. I'm keeping in mind that medical marijuana use is kept in a different classification, of course. But yeah, I would agree. A casual smoker is somebody who perhaps is like, I guess, for people who drink alcohol, you would call them weekend warriors. It's somebody who does things definitely off the job on their own time, usually restricted to, weekends or certain holidays during the year, versus somebody who is a stoner who perhaps, as you said, smokes with a bit more regularity.
Yes.
We also have the next question coming up here. So, tell me, two-parter here. What is your favorite munchie?
Okay. Easily. Entenmann's Raspberry Danish to make this long Danish coffee cake thing. Get stoned enough, I'll go through one whole one with enough milk.
Yeah, he will. Like half a gallon of milk or a good pint with it. Yeah. No, I did ask. For myself, I would have to say, well, there's the thing I crave and the thing that I always get. But honestly, my favorite munchie would have to be
both.
Thing I can usually get my hands on, some sort of like cheesy popcorn or Cheeto type of an object. Very, very classic. And then if I can go a little bit higher up, there's always the Trader Joe Parmesan Crisps, which are just absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. Really, any time, they're wonderful all the time.
If I can get a finger in to actually grab one.
You can get your own, dude. Second part of that question, I'm only doing one at a time so you can, focus. I understand we're going slow. Second part of that is, so what is your favorite food that has cannabis as an ingredient in it, and or THC derived from cannabis?
Well, honestly, the nicest way I've taken it is as a smoothie as opposed to an item of food.
That counts.
Yeah. Makes it very easy to digest. And on top of that, also point in time I was going through a rather warm summer, so having something that's near frozen to drink was such a huge lifesaver. You have no idea. And I could include protein and also that cannabis in it as well to keep the nausea away when I was suffering through some really extreme and brutal both chemo and radiation treatments. Um, so that has been one of my favorite.
Interesting. Okay. I would say actually, I enjoy cooking with it really, and I would say the favorite thing I've made is, again, it's very classic, stereotypical to say this, but I figured out how to make brownies that are pretty much pot tasteless. You can't actually taste the herb in
No.
them. You can't smell
Well-
them. You can't taste the herb in it. No, because you haven't really had all of the ones that I've made.
Okay.
I have a couple of secret tricks and tips to mix in the herb and how I cook it up so that it's relatively, again, tasteless and
Yeah.
smellless. And it's the things that work for me. If anybody would care to know that, just again, here's a way to encourage y'all to write in. Drop me a line and I'll tell you my secret on how to make wonderful tasteless brownies. So all you can taste is the chocolate. The fun sneaks up on you.
But they're great brownies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love your cooking.
Aww.
Do you put this herb in all of your cooking?
No, but I put love in all of my cooking.
That's what makes it taste so good.
Yeah. So, then we have the last can of worms that a reader has sent in and asked us about.
Are they night crawling?
No, not that quite. Also, not the topic at hand at all. Gross. Let's talk about sex while stoned. And the first part of that we have to really address first here, and we'll try to be brief on this because, at least for me, there's a pretty clear line, is consent while intoxicated. And for me, being intoxicated on pot, I consider just like intoxication with any other drug, ecstasy, cocaine, alcohol, that sort of thing, where you want to establish clear boundaries and consent both before and then during the activity. If consent cannot be given during the activity, you shouldn't be doing it. It's just, if you're not sober enough to consent, you're not sober enough to have sex.
No.
Not consensual sex.
Well, at that point, it is not consensual sex.
That's my take.
Yes. Likewise.
As a man, yes. What is your take?
My take, well, I'm not a typical guy. So my
I know.
take is usually trying to gauge and judge and try and make absolutely sure up to the moment. I mean, I know it's dorky that it comes off as overly concerned, but you want to make sure, as a guy, that she wants to go through with this at every step of the process.
Or he.
Or he.
Whatever your preference. Or they.
They.
If there's more than one, we really don't judge. Again, it's more about being adults and consenting to the activity itself.
But,
and again, it's one of those, there are points of intoxication, just like with alcohol, where it may be too much and sex is incompatible. There are certain points, sorry.
Sidetrack. My point, however, is that consent must be explicit.
Okay. I think we...
Yeah, okay.
That being addressed, so, sex while high. Good, bad, ugly, let's stay away from it. Is it just like alcohol? Are there pot glasses like beer goggles? So many questions. So little time. Yes. Well, let's very briefly delve into that.
Okay. Well.
We'll see if anybody's interested in
this. This is from what I can describe of my experience of sex while stoned. Is longer, better, huge blowout, and then you will crash like you will not believe.
Are you speaking to a male or a female?
Well, I'm speaking from my perspective alone because I can't even begin to imagine what sex feels like for other people.
Okay. Fair enough. Having not, we're really cannabis talk time, not other drug talk time. But I would say it's a more tactile experience.
Definitely.
You focus on various sensations and/or the sensations feel heightened. So, I guess it can be seen as more pleasurable or more scented. Again, I like the word tactile as it encompasses all of that. My shirt.
I like the way it feels.
Oh, are we gonna end the show now?
We might want to. I don't know.
Yeah, I love you, sweetie.
I love you.
All right. So it's really all about the people more so than the drug. If you don't have a good, kind, caring partner, whether it be for a night or a lifetime, then no amount of alcohol or cannabis is going to make it better. If you have somebody who is there for you, caring, and again consensual for a night or a lifetime, then perhaps trying adding cannabis in once or twice wouldn't be so bad of an idea.
Yeah.
Again, it's up to everyone's own personal opinions and, what your preference is. Start with a little bit, experiment higher, try mixing it in with certain things. But it's something for everyone to discover on their own, I'd say.
Yes, definitely.
There are
Reach.
benefits.
Yeah. So,
My eyes are up here, buddy.
I know. We had a question.
Yeah, we're out of questions.
Okay.
You want to go?
Well, it also means we're out of time.
All right, so we will see you next week and/or next episode here on Cannabis Talk Time. Again, presented by Persephone Magazine Online. So you can go over there, submit your questions to us. Verdalians at PersephoneMagazine.com, and we will see you around next time. Yes. So enjoy your night, folks.
Night.